Hey everybody, this is going to be a playthrough of the C.P6.1 mission from the Georgian Oil War campaign for the Su-25T. Looking at the mission briefing, we've got an afternoon mission in the winter. There's just a medium-high cloud layer. It'll let you get up high enough to be able to spot targets pretty easily, but not quite high enough to get above the enemy SAM and AAA threat, so be careful of that. Looking at the allies, we got a couple of Ka-50 helicopters flying around. Looking at the threats, we've got Stinger man-pad IR-guided SAMs, Roland radar-guided SAMs, Su-23 truck-mounted AAA and Gepard AAA. There's also some A-10s and some A-64 helicopters flying around. The A-10s are pretty distinctive and they will chase you given the chance. So if you see them, go ahead and try to kill them. For the most part, you could probably ignore any helicopters, although occasionally the Apaches will take hellfire shots at you. If you see them, just make sure that they're not a Ka-50 before you shoot at them. They do look different enough from Ka-50s that they're not too hard to tell the difference, but from a distance, it could be tricky. Looking at the mission planner, the objective of this mission is to destroy 4 enemy tank groups as they advance towards an objective up here in the north. So the 4 of them all start on this road down here. So if we select the first one, I'll zoom out so we can see their routes better. First one kind of comes up, crosses the 2 rivers, and jogs over to the right, and comes out of the corner of Kovaleti here, and heads northeast across the field. Second one, similar route. It cuts over to the east a little bit sooner, but it comes out basically in the same place into the field. Third one is going to cross the 2 rivers, then head left on this coastal road before coming back east. And the fourth one is pretty similar to the first 2. And it's going to come out through the same corner of Kovaleti and head across the field. Other stuff in the area to be aware of, we got a bunch of Gepards across the north, here and here, these 4 here. There might be some more further south. There's also a couple man-pads. We got man-pads in these artillery groups down here. I think there's a random spawn man-pad here, so a bunch of threat down where the tanks start. But as the tanks progress north, there's no anti-air that's coming with them, so they're more or less undefended as they get further north. There's also a Roland down here. His range is, he'll be able to see you and shoot at you where you might be taking some of those shots, so don't ignore the radar RWR warnings, especially if you get fired on. It's probably going to be that Roland. So you can dive low and use terrain masking to beat those missiles if you get shot at. Overall plan, we're going to take off out of Kovaleti. I think it's going to have you take off to the east, but we'll quickly just turn around and go to the coast. When you get to the coast, anchor your wingman up here until you can kind of gauge the anti-air threat and bring him in later when you feel safe enough. From the coast up north, we're going to want to locate the city of Kovaleti. We'll switch to the satellite view so we can see it a little better. If you just look south along the coast, it'll be really the only big city you see. As you get closer to it, you're going to want to watch the west side of it, locate this little stretch of coast where you got all these buildings right along the water, and then they kind of back up to the east, and you got this open area of coast here. One of those groups is going to be coming up that coast road, and if you haven't killed them before that, that'll be a good place to see them and kill them. Just south of that little bit of coast road, we're going to have a river here, and then a river further down here. And then just north of that second river, there's a fork in the road where a couple of these groups are going to go left here and a couple are going to go right. So that's a good spot to watch as well. So basically, we're just going to take off, locate those tanks as we fly south along the coast. They may not have started moving yet when you first see them, but pretty quickly they will. When you're taking shots at them in the buildings, just try to be careful about what you shoot. There's a lot of trees and buildings and power lines and stuff like that it'd be easy to waste some of your missiles. So make sure you're lined up well. You got plenty of time, so if you're not lined up well, don't take desperate shots and waste missiles. Each of these tanks, when you hit one of the tanks in each of these groups, the rest of the group is going to stop and scatter off the side of the road for a while. They will eventually get back on the road, but it takes a little bit of time. After they scatter, sometimes they scatter into the open where you can see them, and sometimes they're hidden behind trees and buildings and stuff like that. So don't get too worried if you don't see them right away. Just give it some time. They'll get back on the road and you'll be able to see them. After tank groups have advanced north a bit and you're not getting shot at too much by missiles and AAA and stuff like that, you can call your wingman in when you feel safe and use him to attack some of these tanks. Best way to use your wingman is to lock something up on the Shkval and then direct your wingman to attack your target. If you just tell him to attack everything, he's going to fly around attacking all the AAA and SAMs and get killed pretty quick. So essentially, you just want to keep doing racetracks north-south with your wingman, killing tanks as you can. Once they're all destroyed, you're going to get the mission complete text. You can head home. As it progresses, and if you lose track of what you killed and where the rest are, The two spots you can keep an eye on are this coast road, so it's one of those groups will be coming up there. And it's pretty easy to spot these BMPs, the friendly BMPs at the north end of that. So if those aren't dead yet, then there's a good chance that that tank group hasn't come up this road yet. Or if you see burning tank hulks on this road, then maybe the BMPs took care of it for you. But if those units are still alive, it's a pretty good assurance that that tank group hasn't gotten past them. And then the other spot to look at for is on the other side of this narrow strip of buildings, you got these two little kind of steps down, and the rest of those three groups will all be coming out of the same corner on that second step. So you can kind of keep an eye on that corner, and there's a couple of roads that come out from there. But if you just keep an eye on this whole area, it'd be pretty easy to spot any tanks that get onto the snow. Since it's white snow and they'll look like black specks on the white snow. So good contrast. One of those groups, if they make it this far, will be on this little road here, but not too difficult to spot them on the road. So keep an eye on that coast road and on this corner and the field out in front of it, and you shouldn't have any tanks escaping through your wall. So just keep killing them until they're all dead, and then you get the mission complete text. You can head home. All right, start the mission. I'm gonna cut it a little close there. I'll turn around and head to the coast. Got the city of Kobaleti in the distance there. All the enemy tanks will be coming up through there. When I get to the water, I'll anchor the wingman. The initial attacks on these tanks might be a little bit close to SAM and AAA in threat, so keep the wingman out of that for now. Alright, that should be good enough. I'll anchor him here. Alright, we got the coast road here, the river back here, and we can see the split in the road, so let's see what we can see. Alright, I got some tanks, looks like some are on the road. That's going to be one of the objective groups on the road here, so I'll jog left a little bit so we can get a better angle on that. I think they've started moving now.
Ground forces 105. We are marking our position with green flares now. Out.
get another group over the bridge here. I'll take on this group out in the open. And I can spot that fourth group there too. That looks like an A10. he's done. We're just going to turn around and come back. It's a little too risky to go after that group. Another A10. See if he chases me. So be looking for these tanks to eventually come out around this corner here. Start tracing back from there as best I can. Yeah, here's some tanks. I think taking a shot at the back one will be the safest. Telephone poles and buildings and trees and stuff are in the way. I'm gonna call the wingman to me. I haven't been fired on by a SAM, so I think it's probably safe enough to start using him, at least for this closer group. See if I can remember where that was. Up here somewhere. Okay, we got a unit there. I got locked something through the building. Not gonna be able to address that right now. But we have a couple tanks we can hit over here. The wingman's just following me now. I'm not sure if he hit his target, so we'll come back around and check that. Yeah, he definitely did not, so we'll try again on that. So I got tanks moving on the road over here I can hit. Based on the way the wingman was following me, I still don't think he hit his target. I'll watch his response next time and see if he acknowledges. That tank's still sitting there. Give the wingman one more shot at it. See what he says. Oh, he said negative. Alright, I'll take it myself then. Not sure if he got hit by something and he can't help at all, or if he just can't help with this target for some reason. I don't think I've missed any shots. At this point, we've shot 8 Vickers and 2 of the 29Ls, so we should have 6 targets left. See if I can find a different target to try to send the men on and see if he's going to be helpful at all. Alright, we got a tank here I can try. See what he says. Yeah, he acknowledged that one. Alright, we got another unit down here. It's a pretty sharp dive. Those 3 BMPs are still alive, so nothing's come up this road yet. Got tanks on the road there. Maybe I'll come back around quickly and try to hit those. I think I see at least one that we'll be able to hit pretty easily. This might be in the trees, but try to get over to the left to give the laser a better angle. Oh, might get lucky. Cool. Wingman killed his target. Just keeping an eye on the field for anything poking through there. And nothing on the coast road either. Got one more unit up here. I think that's the last one in that group. Send the wingman on that so they'll get a lock.
Звено, атакуем цель.
Второй, прием. Второй, работаю по земле. Второй, на боевом. Второй, пуск ракеты. Второй,
Mission success.
Alright, mission
All
complete.
enemy advancing forces
Fuel
have been destroyed.
Get slowed down.
You may continue
and
to engage
land right away.
targets of opportunity or RTV. Out.
Звено, возврат на базу.
второй, прием. Второй, возврат на точку.
That'll do it.